Sorry about that, guys. We gotta finish this up. What the hell is going on with my hair? I don't know. This day's been a fucking disaster so far because I don't know why the hell I have to work from 2 to 9. Jesus Christ, on Saturday, the day before I go back to college. But, the group of Rick, Carl, Judith, Michonne, Gabriel, Deanna, and her own sons, Ron and Sam, take shelter in the home of Jesse. So, yeah, there's a fuck ton of people. They're all, like, following each other. Outside the wall, Glenn convinces Enid to enter Alexandria and help the others. She's like, no, we gotta get away. What the hell is this? She's kind of like, and Glenn, like, exposes her. He's like, are you scared or something? Like, why aren't you going in and helping your people? These are your people, right? They took you in. You know, you were struggling before this. I'm sure Enid could have lived on her own, but still. They later climb the wall opposite the breach and spot Maggie trapped atop a lookout post. So at least they know that she's alive. And at first when they're looking at the scene, they see all the walkers walking around and they're like, oh shit, who the fuck survived this? You know? At Jesse's house, Deanna has been discovered to be bitten, so we know she's going to die soon. We know this is probably her last episode. She goes out in a pretty badass way. We'll get to that soon. Later, Carl checks on a distressed Ron, who blames Rick for what's happening and lashes out at Carl, breaking a garage window and drawing the attention of walkers. So these two kind of get into a battle. You know, we see they've kind of had beef for like the entire season, but Ron just like lashes out at him. He's like, "What the hell? Your dad caused all this. He attracted walkers to the fence when they could have been left in the dam or the quarry, whatever." That is actually true. I don't know if he said that, but I don't know why the fuck Rick let them out. Rick breaks down the interior garage door to get the boys out as the walkers enter. Carl covers for Ron while confiscating his handgun. He's like, "Yeah, we're all good. We're not fighting," and he's like trying to fend them off. They got to appear to the adults like everything is okay when really it isn't. So it kind of sucks. But they have to because they're in an already shitty enough situation. They don't want this to get in the way of anything. Meanwhile, Carol is taking shelter with Morgan in his house, so there's different groups. She feigns a concussion in order to have Morgan drop his guard, and she attacks him and breaks into the basement. So Morgan wasn't meaning to hurt anyone. Obviously, he's living like this peaceful lifestyle that Eastman showed him. Denise has been locked down there treating the captured wolf. I don't know why the fuck Morgan trapped her in the same room as the wolf. That is the dumbest shit ever. Carol bursts in and threatens the wolf with a knife, but Morgan interposes himself between them, like, no, don't kill this guy. They fight and Morgan defeats her, but he is then blindsided by the wolf, so yeah. That's why you don't trust these guys that just terrorized your village or your town, whatever. Eugene picks the interior door lock of a garage to gain entry to the attached home. Hey, at least he has some sort of fucking skill, right? He, Tara, and Rosita end up walking in on the wolf, who holds Carol's knife to Denise's throat, taking her hostage. He threatens to kill the only medical professional in the community. Fuck that, that's not even important. Fucking, it seems like everyone's going to die in this situation. So anyone's life being put at risk is not good here. They surrender their weapons to him, and the wolf escapes with Denise. Oh, good God. And we know that Tara and Denise have kind of had like a slight bit of a relationship. It's not super intimate yet, but we obviously know there's signs of something there. The damage Ron had caused in the garage allows the walkers to break through into Jesse's house, forcing everyone to retreat to the second floor. So they're just going to keep running away. They're going to keep going house to house till there's pretty much no option left. And then they're probably going to leave Alexandria, which is going to end up happening. They don't do it just yet, but yeah. Ron almost killed everyone, pretty much. Knowing they will soon be overrun, Rick decides to make a desperate attempt at escape. He kills and guts two walkers, hoping they can camouflage themselves with their insides and pass through the herd. That's like a cheat code, I guess. That's like the plot convenience part of the show, like really shining in. Like, oh, you can just like paint their guts on you and they won't know. Oh, I mean, it makes sense. They're not really humans. They don't have all their vitals. They can just, I mean, they can smell. They can hear stuff. They can't really, they're kind of blind, I'm pretty sure. I don't know. Nothing has really been explained that much about the walkers, and I hope they do something like explaining what the walkers are about, how this came about. We saw 5 seasons. I don't know. Don't spoil it for me in the comments. But, yeah. They slowly make it to the porch while Diana, left behind, kills several walkers before letting them kill her. So she is dead. Unfortunately, Deanna, the former leader of Alexandria, has died in this episode. Someone had to die. It was a mid-season finale. Holding hands to stay together, the group enters the walker-infested street, quiet but for a frightened Sam, who repeatedly calls out for his mother. Oh shit, there was post-credit scenes? Fuck, I fucking clicked off the show. What the hell, man? Okay. In a post-credit scene, Daryl, Abraham, and Sasha are still headed back to Alexandria, but are stopped by a group of bikers blocking the road. So there's different forces besides the wolves. There's these bikers, obviously the wolves. Yeah. One of the bikers tells them to give up all their supplies in their truck, to which Daryl asks, "Why should we?" The biker then claims your property now belongs to Negan, so maybe that's like the name of the group or whatever. Yeah, pretty solid mid-season finale here. Obviously, the death of Deanna Monroe, played by Tova Feldscha, who did a pretty good job throughout. Showing a lot of emotions, showing like the average human being put in charge of a town. Well, I think she might have worked in Congress or something before this, but people did not like this episode. I mean, it wasn't a great episode. I wasn't super interested all the way through. 36%, 6.23 out of 10. Start to finish fails to live up to The Walking Dead's potential with a mid-season finale that is both dull and frustrating. That is true. It's not as good as any of the other mid-season finales. Start to finish is one of the worst episodes in the entire series. There's an episode later on that apparently is worse, but yeah. 7.3 out of 10 on IGN. Start to finish gets points for keeping Alexandria around and in the mix, but loses a bunch for dropping us right as things started to get exciting, especially since the rest of the episode was filled with conflicts we hoped we wouldn't have to see in the midst of the giant walker invasion, like Carl and Ron, Carol and Morgan. It's kind of unnecessary. Like, they should have just focused on everything else that happened. C plus on the AV Club. A bunch of cliffhangers sounds like a smart way to close things out for the halfway mark of the season, I guess, but none of this is promising us the sight of anything new. The only scene this episode that sets up a new storyline happened after the credits. Happened, in fact, 10 minutes after start to finish. Sick has actually ended. But judging this episode on its own terms, it's full of clumsy, stupid people doing clumsy, stupid things. So yeah, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. GZTV has always given you guys the best TV content out there. We're going to be reviewing an episode of Dexter tomorrow. I don't really have a whole lot of time. I got to get this intro out, and I'm going to go eat. I'm going to go watch some Dexter, go shower. I got to finish Dexter, hopefully by the time I go to work. That's my goal here. But yeah. You guys have a good rest of your day. Fuck, I really hope I can finish Dexter. Hopefully it's not a super duper long episode.